the Line at Sukhumvit. This property is another one of our favorites. It's just that the building itself is just so amazing.
So the security there is, depending on which security guard you get, it was pretty tight.
Essentially occupied with people. Like there was always something going on, and it just felt so young and trendy, like more of a vibe.
There we go. Another adventure.
Dream across the sea, Bahama sun setting us free, then Thailand skies and oceans wide, still loving you right by my side. Every chapter my heart chose you. Across the world our love still stands, forever yours, forever hand in hand, growing old, the dream still true. There's no life I want.
The next property is the Line at Sukhumvit. This property is another one of our favorites. Its location to the BTS was, again, about a quarter of a mile to Punawati station. And so as we toured this property, or we were waiting for the agent to arrive to give us a tour of this property, we kind of took like a solo tour on our own on the first time. I say the first time because we looked at multiple properties at this location, and it just has so much to offer. It's not as grand as the last property.
Yeah, I think just how vast the amenities were.
Yeah.
There was, from the workspace, we had some ergonomic stations there where you could be on your computer while on the treadmill. Of course, there's the obligatory toy bin dispensary. There was a number of other different vending machines that were there on site. You could get food, medication. Man, I was blown away by all of the amenities there, and they had a nice sized kitchen. In fact, they had several different co-working spaces there, so that was extremely convenient, especially for a digital nomad. So,
yeah, I kind of felt like this place is like perfect for digital nomads.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, because we saw a lot of young people just like hanging out in the common areas and in workspaces. There are so many workspaces, and they were all essentially occupied with people. Like there was always something going on, and it just felt so young and trendy, like more of a vibe place.
One of the things that I wanted to talk about is just speaking of our hanging out and walking around unencumbered. So the security there is, depending on which security guard you get, it was pretty tight. There's biometrics at the front gate. So when you come in from off of the train station, or wherever you're coming in from off the street, you've got to sign in with your biometrics. And then there's security at, I think, 2 different points. But the guardhouse, and they were very vigilant on making sure that you were there to see who you say you were there to see. Let's just say that.
Yes, absolutely. So finally, our realtor showed up, and she took us up to the condo unit and gave us a tour. She basically let us, walk around and get a feel for the unit on our own. And this place is also a duplex place. So there are 2 levels and high ceilings, 2-level windows, which just gives it more of an open feel. Like it just feels like there's so much more room because the space is pretty small. I think they figured that you're going to do most of your living outside of your apartment, and your condo basically is just there for sleeping. But the majority of what you get into is outside of the condo unit itself.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but the space was a little bit limiting in terms of the width of it. Let me just categorize it as, I think there was a lot of lost opportunity in the units that we visited because of the layout, but they were beautiful, especially the views and on the higher floors. There's a basketball court on top, on the roof. Yeah, so there was a lot of space I thought that could have been used a different way, and the rooms were a little bit smaller, is give or take. The aesthetics of it on the outside, and certainly the amenities on the inside were excellent. And don't get me wrong, the units were nice. They were nice.
Here you see just like a full view of the living room. You just saw the kitchen just a moment ago. It has white countertops, but it was Formica. I don't think it was stone.
Yeah, and you can see that in that room. There's just nowhere to walk in between the wall and the bed. So that's a problem.
I have more of a problem with the primary bedroom. There's just like no room to get out of the bed on the opposite side because it was flushed against the wall, which meant I either had to crawl to the end of the bed or crawl over Patrick. And he was okay with that. So like I said, it's really just like give and take. You got to be willing to compromise on some of the things that you normally would not compromise on, because you can't get everything you want in one unit. But aside from that, like, the second bedroom was okay. There were 2 bathrooms, one upstairs, one downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen was, because it wasn't enclosed, it didn't feel as small as the other one, but it's just all one space. And we're going to put the size, the square footage, and the rental amount of the units on the screen for you, so that you will know exactly the price and the size. Here we take a look at the outside, at the balcony, and take a look at the view.
It was a nice view, actually a very good view. One of my favorites. Not so favorites was the furniture in there. It was just okay, but it's just furniture, right? You can change it.
That you can. And so what we decided, because we like this place so much, that we wanted to see if the landlord would allow us to change the furniture out and pay for some additional furniture.
So more to follow on that.
Yes, more to follow on that. Okay. We, after trying to spend some time in the unit, getting the feel for the condo unit itself, we decided to go upstairs and check out the other amenities.
One of the things that I loved about the place was, if you look at the first 3 sets of stairs, I didn't know what it was initially, and I asked the realtor, but those little levers on the rise of the stairs, that's actually storage space. So you can pull the shelf open, put something in it, and store it. So that was really unique. The bedroom, again, there's a decent view. I said decent. There's a great view in the bedroom. The bed's touching the curtain. That was a little concerning.
Yeah, for me, a little concerning for me. But hey, when you really like something,
yeah,
you are willing to work around those small details. Small, not so small details. It's just that the building itself is just so amazing. So the racks that you see on the balcony, the racks are for self-drying your clothes, like putting your clothes out to dry. But they use a clothesline because they don't have dryers in their units.
A lot of the units, some of them they do.
The type of dryer, it's not like the dryers that we have at home, not the ones in the units.
It's a steam dryer. There's water based.
Yeah, it's steam dryer. It's a steam dryer.
Yeah.
But this particular unit does have they have a laundry area for residents to be able to go in and wash and dry their clothes like in a traditional way. And if you don't want to use the laundry room, then you can wash your clothes because you have a washing machine in your apartment, but there's no dryer in there, and so you have to hang your clothes out to dry. So now we're at the swimming pool, and you can see the view of the swimming pool is absolutely beautiful. It's an infinity swimming pool, and it's actually one of the biggest swimming pools that I've seen in a condo unit. It stretches literally like the whole entire length of the floor.
You can see the weight room. So there's the gym is just off of the pool is just off of the gym. And then there's like a nice little nature walk, and it's beautifully manicured. One thing that was really interesting is that there's a garden there, and they grow some vegetables and
Greens and mint greens and what else? I don't know, some other vegetables there that you can take a look and see. Like, it's a really nice garden, well maintained. After we took a tour of the swimming pool, then we walked through more of the common area, and you can see this kitchen here is a full kitchen that is stacked with just about every single thing that you need: dishes, pots, pans, and other items. And this is another space like the other apartment where you can reserve the kitchen to have like an event, like whether it be a family event or a casual event.
so several different spaces. So there's the bathroom, there's the sauna, there's the mail room. What I noticed about them is that they were all so beautiful. Okay, it just, the whole decor just flowed together. We went in one room, so there's no degradation on the style and the quality in the common areas.
And that was the gym, the laundry room that we were just talking about. And there's just different private areas outside for you to sit and just relax and take in the area. They truly believe in outdoor space, just like having spaces to wind down and just have time to yourself.
So I think the designers were committed to making sure that this place was characterized by aesthetics on, outside aesthetics. They complemented the interior extremely well. Let me just talk real quick about the elevators. That's one of my things, right? Those things are fast. I just don't like the slow elevators. That just is an indicator that the building is old. Even if the building's not old, that they cut some corners. So I thought that the elevators had plenty of elevators, and they were pretty fast. The garage was spotless. Epoxy floors, which I love. It was just kind of like a race car type garage. It had the water machines, the towel bin, a 7-Eleven, a little 7-Eleven store, so you can get your grub on late at night. A medicine vending machine for those who can't wait to go to the hospital. You need some medicines right away, or go to the pharmacy. There it is, right there for you, right at your disposal. So really, really important and great amenities to have.
Yeah.
In fact, the only ones that the most impressive things that I saw in the common area, those different things that I didn't see in other places.
Step by step we grew. Across the miles, my heart chose you. Through every road and every new land, your love forever holds my hand. From LA skies to oceans blue, there's no